Definition of God. When we say God, it means different things to different people. Let's try to logically think through what God is, or dare I say, what God should be. Feminists, take note. In the following discussion, I will refer to God as masculine. This is purely for convenience, so I don't have to keep saying him or her. This discussion will work equally well if I refer to God as feminine. The first and most common definition of God is the creator of the universe. This is a logical definition at first glance. If you believe in intelligent design, you are probably thinking of God as a human being, since humans are the most intelligent life forms we know. Since we don't see him around, we place him somewhere up in the clouds. The Vedas call this definition of God as single form God, or Ekarupa Ishvara. Soon we get into complications. A carpenter creates furniture from wood. Every creation needs a creator plus raw material. What is the raw material of the universe? Where did it come from? Before the universe was created, only God was there. Scientists say that before the Big Bang, time or space did not exist, let alone objects. Logically, only one possibility exists. God created the universe from himself, just like a spider spins its web. So the entire universe is just God in different forms. The Vedas call this definition as multiform God, or Anekarupa Ishvara. First we said God created the universe. Then we said God became the universe. That sounds better, but subtle issues still linger with this definition. There are criminals, serial murderers, and diseases in this creation. Are they God also? Creatures are born and they die. Does God in those forms die also? These are tricky questions that need answers. The Vedas present us again with the only possible explanation. God is the basis or substratum of the universe. Just as the same gold appears as a ring, bangle, or chain, God appears as all the different life forms in the universe. Gold existed before a bangle is created. Gold continues to exist when the bangle is destroyed. God appears in different forms, but he is not affected by the forms themselves. Actions are done by the forms. Karma accrues to the forms, not to God. God is beyond karma. The Vedas call this third definition of God as formless, or Arupa Ishvara. Let's apply the Mananam, or verify, principle of Jnana Yoga to this definition. Let's examine it for deficiencies. God is all-pervading. If we cast God in any form, this requirement will not hold. Any form is a limitation. The edge of the form defines where the presence ends. This means God is formless, consistent with the Vedic definition. God is eternal, present at all time, past, present, and future. This means God has to be outside time. This is also consistent with the Vedic definition. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. Matter can only change into energy, or energy can be turned into matter. Matter and energy are equivalent. God existed before time and space began at the Big Bang. Note that it's invalid to even think of time before the Big Bang, but you get the idea. God changed or manifested as the universe. So in reality, nothing was created. We should therefore avoid the word creation and use the word manifestation. And the Vedas tell us that eventually God will unmanifest as the universe in about 145 trillion years. Let us digress here for a minute to consider geometry. Imagine you are a point with 0 dimensions. The world begins and ends with the single point. There is no way for a point to even imagine a line which encompasses all points. Now imagine you are a line. Your world sees only one dimension, x. It is impossible for you to comprehend a plane which includes all lines. Now imagine you are a plane. Your world sees only 2 dimensions, x and y. You cannot think of something that encompasses all planes, but that exists as space. Now imagine you are space with 3 dimensions, x, y, and z, but no time. It is impossible to imagine how anything can change since there is no time. We live in a 4-dimensional world consisting of x, y, z, and time. A 5th dimension is beyond human comprehension, but that does not mean it doesn't exist. Similarly, we cannot grasp the concept of God because it is beyond the limits of our current understanding. The Vedas don't stop at the formless or arupa definition of God. We will cover this in the next video, Brahman.